I've got 4 wraps here, all in stock at the moment and all quite autumnal, but quite different to each other. So first is this. Oh, there's a child's shoe there. Move that. There's this is the copper Glasto Harvest. I need a coffee. This is the copper Glasto Harvest. It's a 50% hemp, and it's a beautiful, easy to wrap with, very floppy. It doesn't feel thick. I know hemp sounds like it should be quite beastly, but this one just isn't, and it breaks in beautifully. It makes quite a nice tight knot there. Yeah, so not difficult to wrap with. Hemp has less stretch than cotton, so when you're tightening, you don't have as far to tighten. You sort of get to that maximum point quite easily. Also on the Glasto Warp is the Red Earth Glasto Festival. There we go. And so this has a grad weft. So you can see there's 3 different colours. It has a terracotta, which is very similar to the copper hemp. And then it has a sort of a mid peachy browny orange, and then this lighter colour. Makes lots of different effects as you're wrapping with it. And some clever colour combinations, I think, especially when you look at it from a distance, as they all seem to blur together. It's got quite a neutral look to it, but it's very pretty, very easy to wrap with. Again, our comb cottons, you can tighten and lose the slack quite easily to make a really good carry that isn't going to sag if you do a good job at the beginning. There, again, nice tight knot, really nice and fluffy. It feels thicker, it feels quite fluffy and thicker, but actually it doesn't wrap that way. It's not a thin wrap, but you know, it will mould nicely. So shift that off the table. The next 2 are both wool or have wool in them. This is the Grisdale Twilight birch trees. Birch trees. There you go. Oh dear. Every wrap has 3 names. It has the weft name, the warp name, and the design name. And it's a really clever system, but you have to remember 3 things. So yeah, so this has got real texture in the weft there, because it's got cotton threads, linen threads, a thick wool cotton blend. Because the wool is blended with cotton, it stabilises it, so it does make it a little bit easier to wash. It's not something that you would worry about as much as, say, something was a wrap that was a 50% wool that had a 100% wool thread in it. This is thicker than the other 2, but it's by no means unyielding. There we go. There, but it's very cushioning. This is a good wrap, I think, whereas the other 2 are thinner, so for autumn, winter, that's nice for layering up, and if you've got a coat on and then going on the school run and you're going to get hot in something thicker. These thicker wraps are good for days where this is going to provide the warmth for you, so maybe wrapping on top of a coat, or wrapping just with your jumper on, or layers that can come off. I always get too warm when I'm carrying in winter. Anyway, there we are. So there's that one, and there's also the Valencia, and the Valencia is truly, it's a thick wrap, it's a blankety wrap, it's beautiful. It feels like a coat as opposed to a t-shirt, but it's got a beautiful recoil. It's very easy to wrap with, given its thickness. You've just got to adapt your technique slightly, because obviously thick wraps and thin wraps do feel different when you're using them. That's got quite a chunky knot, but it's not massive, but if you look at them together, that's the Valencia, that's the Grisdale, and shouldn't have dropped them on the floor. These are the 2, are a lot smaller. So 4 different wraps, all in stock, all autumnal and getting us ready for the cooler weather.